Let's look at personal taxes first of all. Income tax and NI. Are there going to be any changes?
So I think you can pretty much assume that we're going to have the stealth tax. So that's where you don't get a tax rise, and that therefore means that the Chancellor keeps with the pledges that were made in the manifesto of not raising taxes on working people, but instead they freeze the allowances. So the proposal that has been put out there is to extend the existing freeze on the income tax personal allowance, which is currently £12,570, and the higher rate threshold of £50,270, freeze those beyond the current 2028 end date and extend that freeze to possibly 2030. And the reason they will look at that is because it could potentially raise between 8 billion and 12 billion a year. I mean, the numbers that you see in these projections vary massively depending on who is actually making the projections, but it does mean that they don't break that manifesto pledge. What it does also do, though, is it pushes more and more people into paying tax for the first time or into that higher tax bracket as their wages rise with inflation. So that's that tax creep. And there's also been the term I've seen used called the pensioner tax trap, because the issue is that as we have the state pension increase with inflation based upon the triple lock, that potentially by 2027, the state pension could exceed the personal allowance. So that would mean that a pensioner that only received the state pension, they had no other means of income or pension, would be dragged into paying tax for the first time.